Well, hi there, Pisces. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate that you're here. I'm Yetta Pearl, and this is my channel. And I'm so glad to see you. And I really hope that this reading resonates well with you. So, um, if it does resonate, I hope that you will hit the thumbs up button or subscribe would be great. I appreciate knowing that we've made a connection. So that's great. So this is your angel reading for July 5th through 11th of 2021. And it is a general reading, so as such, just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. That'll just be for somebody else. So here we go. Yeah, that one. Okay, so let's see what else your angels want to tell you today. Oh, that one for sure. Okay. So as always, this reading is your guardian angels talking to mine and giving me your messages, the things that they, probably have been trying to get your attention and they want you to know. Some of you will have been already receiving those messages, but some of you maybe you haven't been understanding, or you don't know how to get the full message. So that's how come a reader is steps in and relays the messages, right? It's sometimes so hard to receive for your own self. It's a different energy, excuse me, and so like even me, and I've been doing readings for 9 years now. It's almost impossible to read for yourself. It can be done, but it's different than reading for somebody else. Okay, let's see what your reading is showing us today. So there's a lot of like family energy here. We've got both the male and the female, the masculine and the feminine energy. Mother, wife, sister, daughter, father, husband, brother, son. So let's just feel into that and see. So all these people are around you, and so your angels are really emphasizing the fact that this is not necessarily your blood parents, siblings, maybe not your spouse, but somebody who is close to you, somebody who you do consider to be family, who you know really well and who you spend a lot of time with probably. So these are all the energies around you. And again, it's both the masculine and the feminine. And so they're asking you to be aware of the balance between the masculine and the feminine in your own life and how you perceive things. Make sure that you are equally giving and receiving, right? And so the giving and receiving, that's not just with any particular individual. That's in general. It's a kind of a blanket thing. When you're giving to different people and to different situations, and you're giving of your time, of your energy, perhaps of your money, things like that. So it's all different. It's really general energy. And same with the receiving, that you're receiving from different people. You're receiving money. You're receiving different types of energies, all that stuff. But it stays in balance, So with one particular individual, you might be giving and giving and giving and giving. The time will come when you will receive from that person, but in the meantime, you are receiving from different sources. And so your energy still stays in balance, right? So they want you to kind of broaden your focus on that, because, or for some of you, you're the one receiving lots and lots and lots from a particular place. Not to worry too much at this time about giving back, particularly to that one person. As long as in some way you are able to give, then your balance stays, right? They're showing me the balance scales, right? And how they will fluctuate a little bit here and there and everywhere. But it's good as long as in general they kind of stay similar to each other, right? Yeah. Yeah. Um, in terms of the rest of that, excuse me, your relationships are something to be worked upon right now. So it feels like some of the relationships um, are a little bit rocky, are not as smooth as you'd like them to be, and so sometimes the communication has been cloudy, or a veil in between, or something like that. So it's time, and right now there is no Mercury retrograde, and I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not really sure if there's other forces at work there right now. But so with those relationships, you are an equal part of them, right? Like any relationship that has two people, they have an equal impact on the relationship. And so keep in mind what your part of it is, right? If the other person is not holding up their end of the bargain, that is not for you to judge. They maybe are experiencing difficulties that you are not aware of, and so they just maybe can't do that part right now. You need to concern yourself only with your part of the relationship. Make sure that you are still reaching out, that you are still communicating, and you don't have any control over what they choose to do in return, or first, or whatever. So it's your part of the relationship only that you can impact and change and control, right? So so make sure you're actually doing it. If you're not doing it, then don't be upset when the other person isn't, right? And so sometimes it is a conscious choice to allow the relationship to just fade away. And that is also perfect. Like sometimes they just run their course, and that's just totally fine. No problem with that. Okay. So, so this looks really good. Debt paid off. Debt paid off. Okay, so for some of you, it is actually money. Congratulations. You're working really towards it. And so for some of you, it feels like you're really close to paying off your debt. For others, you are equally to be congratulated because you are very aware of it and you're working towards it. You're making really good progress. Excuse me. For some of you, it feels like slow progress, but it's not. Any progress is going to really, really impact this. So congratulations. You're getting a lot further, and it's kind of a habit. It's like your perspective has changed. So where before you were used to or comfortable holding a certain amount of debt, now you are not comfortable holding that amount anymore. And so that is a really great thing, because that makes your future much easier to handle, because you will have a lot less debt, right? And so some of those things you are getting paid off, some of those things you're aware that you don't like that much, and so you're changing your whole perspective. So that's amazing. Good job. Good job. Okay, so I see a new career for some of you. Okay, you know what? They tell me I have to go back to this debt paid off. For some of you, this is nothing to do with money. This is to do with like karmic debt. You've been really noticing how your energy impacts the world around you. And so you've been much more conscious of that, and you've been changing it. You've been toning it down, is what it feels like. And so some of the things where you normally would have been much more aggressive about, now you've been taking a step back, and letting things be easy, letting yourself have less judgment of others. And so that's what they were talking about with the relationships as well. Letting things evolve as they will, right? Things that so karmic debt, things that in your past or in your past lives that your behavior was bringing this, to you, you have now cleared a lot of that karmic debt. And so now you're forging new paths. This is really amazing. Holy cow. So you've done a lot of your inner work, and you have done so much healing that feels amazing. And so now you get to create your reality from scratch almost, right? So being aware of what you're creating, keeping your vibration high, that's really key. Amazing. Amazing. Pisces, this is fabulous. Okay. Okay, so now we'll go to this new career. And so definitely for some of you, it's absolutely a new career. For some of you, it's a new perspective, the way you're thinking, that it's your new way of life now that you've cleared a lot of that karmic debt. It's your new way of being, that you're just easier with things, less judgmental, that you go with the flow more. Yeah, it's it's a whole new path. It's a whole new path, and it feels very different under your feet. So you're still kind of feeling your way, but it feels good that your confidence is building and it is growing, and you're going forward. Lovely. Yeah, really lovely. And for those who this is truly a new career, this is feels very prosperous, and it feels like a challenge, which you welcome, because you're fully up to the challenge, and you know that. So there's nothing that's overwhelming. Feels a little scary, a little yeah, maybe shaky, I guess. But yeah, it's nothing you can't do, and underlying, that. So so it's all good. It's a very successful direction, as it says here. Perfect. Beautiful. Now, easy does it. So this is kind of this that your new perspective. It feels very much like your new perspective on life is that like they were just saying, that going with the flow, taking a step back, letting things be easier, instead of being so forceful all the time. And this is a really good look on you. Yeah, yeah. And people are noticing, and they're appreciating it. Definitely. Yeah. So that's why some of the old stuff isn't suiting you anymore. That it's time for some relationships to be over. It's time for the old career to be over. Um, so the angels are saying that this is a general reading. And so some parts of this will not resonate with everyone. So don't be thinking, like, if you're happy in your career right now, don't be thinking that, oh, there's something you're supposed to be unhappy with and you're supposed to be looking for a new one. No, that is not correct. It just means that for you, the new career talks about a different thing. There is something, excuse me, my throat's all croaky. So there is something in your life that you are doing new, and it feels much more like a perspective of something. And there is, because of your new perspective, there are certain aspects of the way you used to live that no longer fit you. And so it's totally fine to leave those at the side, because there's something better, something new, different, that suits you better. Yeah. And it's time to just trust that everything is going well in your world, that I'm really not getting an energy of questioning or anything like that. At the same time, I feel like you haven't really looked yet to see if you are trusting this new way. But so your angels are here and saying that definitely trust that it is for you. It is coming towards you. You're manifesting it in certain ways, and so you can trust it, and you can trust yourself to do it well. And that feels really amazing. It's just the whole reading just feels like ease, taking your ease. Like you can relax about this now. You've been so, as aggressive about it up until now, and now you can just kind of step back and go, you know what? I'm not going to be like that anymore. It just doesn't feel good anymore. It feels like forcing things. And I'm just not doing that anymore. So life is now going to feel a lot easier. it'll, you know, in a lot of ways it won't actually be easier, but it'll feel easier because of your point of view, right? Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so let's take one card from the daily guidance deck and let's see what they have to tell us. Nope, those are not the ones. Oh, there it is. Ask. Oh, yeah. Anytime you have questions, ask your angels. They are always with you. They never go anywhere else. These are your personal guardian angels. They were born with you. And they have no judgment of you. They have no ego. So you can never do anything right or wrong. Their whole goal, their whole existence is based upon guiding you. But they cannot intervene unless we ask. We are human, we have free will. So they can't do anything unless we ask. So get in the habit of just asking your questions all day, every day. Angels, how's this going to work out? Or how should I handle this thing? Or what's my next best step? Or, you know, all that stuff. This also could have to do with the people around you. When you are doing something, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, and you would appreciate some assistance with that, ask the people around you too. They can't read your mind. They don't know you need help. I can see sometimes you have a lot of frustration around that. The people that they're there, you know, if I was observing this, I would just step in and help automatically. Other people are not you, and they cannot read your mind. So just if you want help, ask, communicate. You know how to do that. Don't expect them to read your mind because that will just create misunderstandings all over the place. They can't read your mind. And so, using your words, using communication, just simply ask calmly for assistance and be very clear. This is exactly what I want from you. And that way, the person has the highest chance of offering you and giving you exactly what it is you need. Okay, so that's a great reading for you, Pisces. So can you hang around for one more minute here, and I'll just get you to help me beam out some love and some acceptance and just compassion and healing to the whole world. And so this is to all the people in the world and to all the water on the earth and all the soil, all the food, the quality of the air. Let's just beam that out and clean it all up. Fabulous. Thank you so much, Pisces. I love you, I appreciate you, and I will see you next week.